Hello, I'm OEA President Scott Tomorrow. Time for my weekly update. Begin with a note of concern about the dramatically increasing number of new COVID cases across the state of Ohio. As of today, we've seen over 6,500 new cases in the last 24 hours as the state continues to set records day over day and week over week. This is no time to let our guards down. I want to commend all of you who have been doing so much to enforce mask wearing and social distancing and adherence to health and safety protocols in your schools. My deepest appreciation for all of you who have been advocating for health and safety in your local associations through your collective bargaining and MOUs and informal advocacy with your school boards and superintendents. There is far too little consistency across the state of Ohio, and while we're seeing a number of districts move to remote instruction, as they should, given this increase in case numbers and so many of our students and our members who are testing positive or required to quarantine because of exposure to others who are symptomatic or positive, there are others that are moving in the opposite direction. We need to do all we can while we continue to advocate for equitable learning conditions for students, while recognizing that in-person instruction is always the most preferable option, that we should only be in school when it's safe. And it is time to make sure that you're making your voices heard at the local level while we continue to fight for clear guidance and stronger leadership from the governor, from our State Department of Education, and our State Department of Health, as we continue to fight this fight. Our members and our students' lives are depending on us. This is a time also for celebration. This past weekend, we saw that the results of the 2020 election were announced, and that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going to be going to Washington, D.C. to serve as our next president and vice president of the United States. We are ecstatic about the fact that we're going to have an NEA member in Dr. Jill Biden in the White House, that we're going to have an administration that respects and honors the work of educators, teachers, and education support professionals who are committed to increasing funding, who are committed to standing up for health and safety, who are committed to protecting the civil rights of our students. We have a lot to celebrate, but we also understand that not everyone voted for Biden and Harris. You may have voted for a different candidate yourself. That is your right. In the end, democracy prevailed. It was the voters who decided, and we all need to come together, recognizing that we share far more in common than we have as differences. That we love our country, that we love our students, that we love serving in public education, and we're going to continue to work together. We're going to hold our newly elected leaders accountable as we also celebrate Jennifer Brunner's election to the Ohio Supreme Court, as we celebrate 4 of our 5 recommended candidates for State Board of Education winning their elections, as we celebrate 60% of our House and Senate candidates who we endorsed winning their elections as well. We've got a lot of work to do, but it is a time to celebrate as well. One of the things that we're working on is finally getting to a constitutional school funding system. And we are one step closer with the introduction of Senate Bill 376 to go along with House Bill 305. Thanks to legislators from both parties who are coming together based on years of hard work and research to make sure that we have a school funding formula that is based on the actual cost of educating a student and that equitably and adequately identifies a formula and devotes $2 billion in new money to make sure that that formula is funded over the next 6 years. According to the proposal, we also will have direct funding of charter schools and vouchers rather than having that money deducted from our local public schools. Very important step forward that OEA has been advocating for a long time. We're not there. The formula isn't perfect, but it does move us significantly towards less reliance on local property value as the basis for education funding. We just need to get it done. We need to make sure that the House and the Senate both act on the proposal before the end of the year. I encourage you to contact your representative and your senator in the House and encourage them to support Senate Bill 376 and House Bill 305. Finally, this is Veterans Day this week on November 11th. And this is a time that we honor everyone who has sacrificed for our benefit by serving in the armed forces. We know that we have members from all across the state of Ohio who themselves are former members of the military or currently serve in the National Guard or the reserves. If you are one of them, I want to say on behalf of OEA's 120,000 plus members, you have our undying gratitude and appreciation. Thank you for your service. Thanks to all of you for your service to public education. If you have a story that you would like to share as we promote our celebration of veterans on social media, I encourage you to email it to us at robertsz@ohea.org. That's all I have for this week. Hope you make it a great week.